skills. We know she has no written skills. She can't put two sentences together without making a grammatical error. Oh, here's the kicker.
Is that can I just ask if that's an opinion, or do you have fact on that?
Which one?
Whether she can write two sentences without making grammatical error?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I got to tell you, I think it's inappropriate to be talking about employees when they don't have notice, they're not here, it's not on an agenda, and I think it's wholly inappropriate.
Shut me down,
And
Mr. Oliverio. You will be
this
in...
conversation should end.
Right.
You're subjecting yourselves to liability here by allowing, this is not free speech. This could be construed as defamation. So that's my advice to you. You can do what you want.
That's outrageous, Mr. Oliverio. You have absolutely no idea what the First Amendment's all about.
If I may
That's my
interrupt,
advice to
Mr.
you.
Lombardo?
When we get into personnel matters, and a member of the public is concerned about a personnel matter, would it not be appropriate to invite that person into executive session if that person does want to talk to the council?
That's right, because the issue here is now getting into the personnel's qualifications, job performance, and that individual has rights under the Open Meetings Act. And so they have a right to be notified, and to the extent any discussion takes place, they have a right to have at an executive session, or they could have it in a public session. And that's really the point that I was trying to make, is that is appropriate after notice. It's set forth right in the Open Meetings Act. And they have a right to be there and defend themselves and to offer any other information.
Would I be out of line to have Mr. Lombardo come in and discuss this matter with the council in executive session?
Well, you would have to invite the employee. You would have to invite the employee to be there.
Correct.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo, for indulging our conversation.
Yeah, I'm not, as I told you when I started, I'm not backing down from the First Amendment. What your solicitor's saying is completely wrong, absolutely wrong. I can say whatever I want up here as long as I'm not disrupting. And what I'm saying it to you for is because they have tried so hard to suppress this, because it's embarrassing. You have, what, $100,000 under her control? $100,000, you're paying her over $100,000 a year. Plus, when I got this, she gets fringe benefits of $40,000. I don't see any other employee. I checked, I also did some other employees. Your town assessor gets half of that. I think it's embarrassing. That's our problem here, we don't have qualified people. And I said, oh, she doesn't have a diploma, and I get challenged, yes, she does, she has a GED. I'm not speaking really to them, because they should be embarrassed. You don't know. The people out there should know. That's what I'm speaking. We should be embarrassed. It's not about what the qualification should be and upgrade. We've got somebody in the town of Westerly, the head of the Department of Finance, makes $111,000 a year and gets $40,000 in fringe benefits, and I know this is dirty. I know this thing's dirty, and I'm going to keep going, and if I have to sue them, I will. Not because I want to sue the town, but this is dirty. She makes money over on the other side, too, as well. And I'm going after to find out what that is, too. When I ask for her information, do you know who I have to write to? You know who is the head, the person to get the request for public documents for the school department? Your director of finance. Why she got that job? How can she serve two masters? You should be embarrassed. Forget the details he's talking about. This is embarrassing. And I'm embarrassed, and you should be, because you all have resumes. She doesn't. And she gets a lot of money. And I don't care about her you want to have a discussion about her work habits, then we can have a discussion, but we get other people in here to talk about really who set the thing straight. Now, I just don't like the shots from your town manager about can you name two sentences? I'm going to read the two sentences. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, there's just a lot of subjectivity in your
It isn't subject.
Well, I'd like the council to also know that she, since I've been here,
Wait,
as I've said, this is my point. This is my point, right? And this is why this needs to be, I think,
controlled a little bit better, because you can't just have somebody taking shots at my staff who then can come back and say, I'm quitting and I'm suing the town for defamation. I just don't understand how I'm allowed to work in an environment like that myself. Because if I can't protect my own staff, then I can't be here too, because I don't want to be in that lawsuit.
Oh, so what I'm hearing now is you can vouch for no criticism. This is what got us in trouble in the first place in this town. No criticism.
The point...
If he can't, no, they've said this a bunch of times. You wait till I'm finished, please.
Hold on, please,
You can
Derek.
respond later. You've been saying this over, and Mr. Oliverio, that you can be sued. Give me a case law where it's happened. Somebody up here and the town gets sued, and what they said. Stop this stuff. This is witch hunting stuff. This is BS.